So it's that time of year again when we have the office Christmas party, and this time it's in this lovely bowling alley. The colleagues are here, and the food, well, they're just arriving, and the food is untouched as yet by human hands, other than the human hands that made it. That is. I'm not the only crazy lunatic that films food around here or photographs it, but I think it's a work of art.
You gotta have
actually,
something as a proof.
you have to have something to remember it by, and you know. But the thing is, you're taking photographs, yeah. I'm taking a film, and what I can do is I can describe how fresh that bread smells. Doesn't it smell fresh?
Yeah, I can taste it.
You can taste it from here. You can almost taste it without having any in your mouth. It's fantastic, actually, that bread. And that you can put onto a film. You can describe it. Obviously, you can't put smell on a film, but you can describe it, which is something you can't do on a photo. This is like almost like in an X shape. I don't know if that's significant for Christmas. That's the similar shape used here. I don't know. Maybe that's because it's something to do with the bowling alley. I don't know. Maybe it's not just this. And then what do we have here? These cold meats. These peppers. And here, I'm going to take a sneak preview. That's carp. That's carp done the Czech way for Christmas. So there we are. This is going to be our Christmas office do at this bowling alley. So this is me, the height of elegance, once again getting ready for to be the auctioneer in a charity auction tonight, pinkcrocodile.org, at the Christmas party of the International Business Forum here in Prague. I'm in my flat here, so this is what I'm looking like here in my get-up. So there we are. See how it goes. So there we are, we're in the IBF Christmas Spectacular. I didn't film the tiger prawns at the beginning, but this is the porcini mushroom soup with root vegetable ragu and bread and parsley dumplings. And very fine it is too. And so it goes. Yeah, and then to zoom up into it. Oh yeah. How do you zoom? The top edge of it. Yeah. And then okay, let me see. The bottom. So you could film some reactions from the hall as well. Oh yeah. Hello. Hello. I can't go on. Sit down. I'm in it. Hello, David. How do you stop it? Let's go. Yeah.
So the way it works, one of the nice ladies is going to bring each of the items through, so you'll have a chance to look at it if you haven't looked at it outside already. David will chat a bit about what it is, and you bid by putting your hand up. I will try and help him to identify who it is, so there'll be loads of you, obviously. And the last bid, when there's no further bid, that will be the person who gets whatever the item is. And Jen, who you all know, she will come around with a piece of paper and you have to fill it in, so there's no getting away. Once you're done, you're done.
To be the camera.
So we will start with David. We'll introduce you. And the first item will start rolling any minute now, I would say.
Thank you very much, Joe. I'll get myself sorted. There's all these little holes in this. I think that one's for the glass. I brought the... One always likes to get a bit of feedback on these occasions. That's a gavel. It's the proverbial silver spoon that we've all been born with in our mouths in comparison with our beneficiaries tonight. So we'll start off, and by the way, I'm always happy to help zoological charities, and this is no exception. We have pink crocodiles, little beavers, all threatened with austerity cuts at the moment by the EU. So it's very good. No, seriously though, joking apart, I do actually have to do with disadvantaged children. I have 3 of them at home. I'm their father, that's the disadvantage. So we start off with James Hare, lot number 1. We've got a lot of lots tonight. 14 lots to get through in half an hour, that's an awful lot. The first is James Hare, no relation to me. They're a very noted... I'm going to take this off. Is that better? Okay, I'll have to lean over like that. So they're a noted hair company in Prague, one of the most fashionable places to be. Apparently James Hare is so fashionable that people still go there for haircuts even after they've gone bald. That's what I was told. So they're called James Hare because, not that they're any relation to me of course, but they have all the famous Jameses they do the hair for, like James Bond, David James, not me, but the Portsmouth goalkeeper, and last but not least, James Last, who's always last.
And James Wolfe.
So, James Hare, it's a voucher good for a single visit and a wide selection of hair-related services. Minimum bid, it says here £2,000. Do I have anybody willing to put their hand up? 3,000, I have 3,000. I have 3,000 on this table here. 3,500 from Jonathan. Any answer? 4,000, well done. Gentleman here on the left, my left. Any further hands up? Going once.
Encourage them over there.
Sorry, was there a hand over there, sorry? Where were we? 4,500? Anybody going to give me 5,000? Okay, 4,500. Can you hear that? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The big card's coming out there. Number 2, if we can have number 2 displayed by our lovely hostesses this evening. This is a piece of jewellery with a hallmark on it. It's probably gold. And it looks very uniquely crafted. Very nice. That would look nice anywhere, I think. And also the bracelet.
Does the girl come with it?
I don't think so. So I have a minimum bid here. Let me just tell you that is actually available. If you're not the lucky winner tonight from that, or the lucky highest bidder, that's actually also available downstairs as you're going up for a much higher price than the minimum bid, which is £5,000. So do I have a bidder for £5,000? Yeah, at the back there, thank you. Anybody going to? 6,000, Jonathan, thank you. Is that a bid? Oh, just scratching your nose, okay. That's allowed. Any more bids? Then it's 6,000 was the last one, Jonathan, is that right? Any advance on 6,000? Hello? I didn't hear the bid, sorry. 6,100. Okay. Any advance on that? 7,000, well done. Any advance on 7,000? 7,100. Marvellous. We've got a no from Jonathan. Anybody else going to come and say good day? Hello? I think we're going to have a very grateful lady. 7,100 it is. Going once, going twice. back. 12. At the back. 13. Any advance on 13? Any advance on 13, ladies and gentlemen? Number 13 in the back right corner. 14. Fantastic. Any advance on 14, ladies and gentlemen? 15. Marvellous. Any advance on 15? The tension is rising palpably in our room. So, any advance on 15? Did somebody say 20? We thought we heard somebody say 20. Somebody say 20. Any advance on 15, ladies and gentlemen? Is that a bit? No.
No, it's no.
Any advance on 15? Going once, going twice. Sold. Oh, sorry. So you did have your hand up before I said sold. You did have your hand. I have to say, you did have your hand up, Mr. Siddle. Can I have your bid? Sorry? Okay, well if there's no bid then 15 it is. Thank you very much indeed. Now we have something really rather original, the iPod Touch, which you saw out there, but here's the surprise. It doesn't come empty, it comes personally loaded for you by the celebrity disc jockey of Prague's Radio 1 and Duplex Radio, none other than Tim Otis. He will personally load your new iPod Touch with the music of your choice. So you can't get that in a shop. You can't go to your dealer and say, can I have a loaded iPod from Tim Otis? But you can get it here, and it's once only, and it's just tonight, and it's a fantastic gift for Christmas for somebody that you love. But one of the three most popular contemporary artists of Russia. Highly prolific, ladies and gentlemen. This piece is part of his evolution collection. It's part of his own personal spiritual evolution as an artist. And as I'm fighting with people who have chats with themselves, that's fine, but it makes it difficult. As part of the evolution idea, it will go to the fittest bidder. It will survive in the hands of the fittest bidder tonight. The minimum bid of £12,000 again, extremely low. You have to look, which will tell you about the artist, his life, his work, and show you just how amazing his work is. So I might bid £12,000 to start off with for this unique piece. But seriously, I mean, I must be a bit more than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for hands. It's worth about 50, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's worth, I think that it's actually at Miro Gallery, that's on sale for €1,200. I mean, not that long, but the other ones in that series. Sorry, Jonathan, not looking too forthcoming at the moment, looking down at his hands. Any more? art lovers in the hall? Well, then it's going for 15,000. I'm sorry about this. I thought it was worth a lot more, but going. Sold for 15,000. I think you've got yourself a buy another lifetime. In a few years' time, you'll be behind glass. You'll be rearranging the architecture of your home to keep it safe. So there we are. Well done. I can't believe that. 4,000. 5,000. Fantastic. Any advance on 5,000? At the back? 6,000. Excellent. Any advance on 6,000? Eyes are darting around. I can't see any hands. Going once for 6,000. Any more bidders going twice? 6,000 sold. Thank you very much. On the right. Now we have one of the things which I think is going to give us a little bit of excitement. Ney Electrics, Ney Electro have given us a Sharp LCD L32 LE600 EV, whatever that means, flat screen TV, and a Philips DVP3111 DVD player. Now don't ask me what those letters mean, but it's a decent looking big TV with a flat screen and a DVD player by Philips. I don't know what more you want to know than that, but these are retailing. I'll tell you what they're retailing for, shall I? And that is 30,000 crowns and is a TV, and 8,000 crowns is what you'd be able to go to a shop and buy that DVD player for. That's in the same shop. So you're getting value of 38,000 crowns, and the minimum bid is 15,000 crowns. So I think it's a big bargain there. Who's going to give me a bid of 15,000 crowns? 15. I've got it over there. The blonde lady there. Lady at the back. 16. By a net. I think that's a net. 17 on the right. 18 in the middle. 20 on the right. It's still worth 38. It hasn't been. It's still worth 38,000. It hasn't reduced its value since I started talking. I have a 21. Thank you. 22. Any more? We're getting some rivalry here. This is good. Are you gonna let him take it? 22 and a half. Okay. Any advance on 22 and a half? Any advance on 22 and a half, ladies and gentlemen? Was that a bid? No, okay, just a raise of the glass, okay, that's fair enough. Going once at 22 and a half, going twice, sold at 22 and a half, thank you very much indeed. Next lot, lot 9, World Class Fitness. Get fit in the new year with a 3-month membership voucher at World Class Health Economy. What would you like to bid for this, ladies and gentlemen? The voucher's coming round, you can see it over there. It's a real voucher. You can take it home with you if you buy it tonight. So, may I take your first bid? World Class Fitness, 3 months membership at the World Class Health Academy. 10, was that 10? 5 for Steve. Any advance on 5? Ladies and gentlemen, I need your hands in the air. Yes, please. 6, thank you very much. 6, 7, did you say, Joe? 7?
For Roger.
So, 8, I've got a bit of 8 for the gentleman in the kilt. Any advance on 8? Any advance on 8, ladies and gentlemen? Then it's going once, going twice, and it's sold to gentleman in the kilt for 8. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah! And Omar, we want to see you there tomorrow. Yeah.
Right.
That's a joke.
So we turn the page and we're on the final page, although there are a couple of extra items that are not listed. So if you want to buy something tonight, you better sharpen up with the old bidding. It's the University of New York in Prague, okay, 1-day corporate training seminar for your company. I don't think they've limited. This is worth 50,000. This is worth 50,000 crowns, I'm being told. Okay, there's the framed certificate showing how unique and valuable this opportunity is. You know, you can have any topic out of KA management, marketing, communication, PR, logistics, and presentation skills. Okay, and it says here, you can see the advert on the other side of these 2 lions. It says here, leadership is a skill, one you need to develop. They obviously knew how the auction was going and thought they'd give me a bit of a hint there. So I certainly could do with a bit of that myself. But it's worth 50,000, ladies and gentlemen. And is there anybody willing to bid? I'm sure there must be. Please put your hands up to get, for your company,
Training worth 50,000 for a group of people. It doesn't take just the one person. So it's a seminar. It's a training seminar for all day long, for as many people as you can pack into their room. Okay? And it's worth 50,000. Sorry, how much? Did you say 5,000? I think it's under the minimum bid. And anybody going to give me an advance on that 5,000? They may not give. So I've got 7. We're getting there. Any more hands up? If it doesn't go over the minimum bid, I might not be allowed to sell it. I'll have to check it. Okay? So can we put our hands up and see if we can beat the 7 that I've been... Yes, please. What would you like to bid? 10. Fantastic. Very good idea. 10 is the current bid. Anybody want to bid 10? 10,000. 10,000 being bid for something actually worth 50,000, which is being sold every day at 50,000, and it's going for 10,000. And it's really going because that's the minimum bid. And it's going once. Sorry, that wasn't a thing. It's going once. I just can't believe that I'm selling something worth 50,000 for 10,000. It's going once, ladies and gentlemen. It's going twice. So there's a hand up at the back. And it's sold for 10,000. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. So we're now on the 11th lot. This is expats.cz. You get a 1-month homepage campaign. Okay, so for 1 month you're getting advertised on the homepage of expats.cz. Plus in this package you've got a half-page ad for free in the 2012 Expats Survival Guide, which is a unique directory of services printed and distributed in Prague. And that means it's also available throughout the whole year. It's one of the most extremely valuable forms of advertising at our disposal. I know you'll see my advert in there. I pay good money for that advert, but you can get it for much, much less because the minimum bid is only 10,000. I'm paying much more than that. So the minimum bid is 10,000 crowns, and you would be seriously silly not to take advantage of this tonight. 10,000. Yeah, I've got a bid from Joe here. And bid, yes please. 12,000. Any advance on 12,000? The back. 13,000. Any advance on 13,000, ladies and gentlemen? And 13,000. 14,000, thank you. Any advance on 14,000? Looking carefully around the room, 14,000. Going once. 14,000 going twice. And sold for 14,000, thank you very much indeed. Yeah. Now we have a very unique lot, number 12, Scuderia, the Maserati Ferrari dealer, whose showroom is in David's. Okay? They're all going to bid for this, I hear. They're all going to bid for this. So here we are. Let's have a bid. This is a car retailing at about 100,000 euros. Okay, you get to be its proud owner for one weekend, and you can really, take it for a test drive, look after it, and have the drive of a lifetime over a weekend. Petrol's included in this test drive. So, may I have your first bid? I've seen hands already up on the right. What's your bid? Martin? Yes, please. 50,000 is your bid. Any advance on 50, ladies and gentlemen? Yes? 52. 55,000, marvellous. Okay, any more bids? 55,000 I've got? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be the owner of a Maserati quattro porte, not tre porte, not due porte, ma quattro porte for a whole fine di settimane. Okay, so you can be driving like an Italian all weekend long. Okay, I'm on 55,000. Any advance? Going once?
What's the speed limit, David?
What's the speed limit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't drive in the Czech Republic. I expect it's about 120, 130, isn't it? But you won't worry about that if you're in a Maserati, would you?
No.
Oh, because you have to. Okay, going once. I think I said that. Going twice. 3. Do you want to bid more over there? Joe says you want to bid more over there. I seem to be stopping people bidding all they want. You're missing out, because this is not going for 55. They only got 55, you see. Anybody willing to bid 56? 60! Fantastic! Okay, any advance on 60? Now this is what we're talking my language now. 60,000. Any advance on 60? Okay, 60 going once. Sold for 60,000, weekend with a Hazarati Quattro.
Can I get a lift?
Yeah. Jan is asking whether he can get his home afterwards. Right, number 13, this is not on the list, this has been added, I'll tell you all about it. Here comes a lovely hostess with another set of vouchers and envelopes here. Now what you get for this, okay, it's a treat for your soul, that's what it says on the thing, and what you get is this, you get a 60-minute spa in the Mandarin Oriental Spa Centre. Right, unless anybody's got any surprises for us that they want me to sell, something of theirs for charity, that concludes our enjoyment of the charity auction this year for pink crocodiles. Anybody want to say anything or give anything or do anything more, then now's your chance, otherwise I shall put down the microphone and thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.
So as you see, it's 5 minutes past 1. I left quite early actually, the party's still going on. I'm still in my bow tie as you can see, and I'm going back on foot to get rid of... Actually, I did very well this evening with regard to not overeating, especially as, well, some of the food was being handed out before, and they came round again and again with the 2 different types of starter they had. I only took either of them one time. I could have eaten 3 or 4 of each of them, because that's how many they had on offer and how much they were coming round with it. But just going over Prague's iconic Charles Bridge, just coming from the other side of the river to the side I live. This is called Mala Strana, small country, or small side. It's looking quite nice in the snow, isn't it? Looking very fairy tale-y, Dickensian kind of Christmas cardy. Here we go over the Charles Bridge. Charles Bridge crossing the jolly old Vltava or Moldau. You won't see all that much at night, of course, but just giving a relation of how it went. I think we raised quite a bit of money. I didn't see the final tottings up of it, but I think we raised quite a bit of money for the good old pinkcrocodile.org. Of course, if you want to give anything yourselves to that organisation, then by all means go onto their website, have a look at what they do, and by all means give them some of your money if you feel that you would like to help disadvantaged children, which is certainly a good thing to do. One of the points made by the charity's founder was that in the Czech Republic, up until, well, probably still true today, that the education budget is not shared out very evenly. They tend to pick and choose amongst the disabled children and don't give anything at all to people that they reckon are hopeless and just tell them to stay at home. So that's basically what they... There's some nice decorations down there in their squares, aren't there? So that's basically what it's all about. Some quite heavy security on the bridge here at night. These gentlemen appear to be in security uniforms. I suppose that's because if not, you would get the odd drunken reveller who would end up causing trouble on the bridge. That's where all the tourists want to go, of course. So there you see the river with the lights on that side. A small weir, or jez as it's called in Czech. Jez, J-E-Z. If somebody says that, they're not necessarily blaspheming. They might just be talking about a weir. So I thought a dog was walking next to me, but it's my own shadow. Nice cloudless night. You can see all the stars up there, even though Prague's well lit. Well, you can't see all of them, you can just see a selection of stars. You can hear the weir. You might be able to hear on the camera as well the weir in the distance, the water falling over it as in. This puts us at about, I suppose, I don't know, halfway across, maybe not even halfway across yet. So if you want to
go onto that charity website, Pink Crocodile, I think it's pink-crocodile.org, then you'll see how you can donate to these underprivileged children who basically their own government, despite of course taking tax from their parents, decided to write them off. These kids, these little beavers as they're called, and you can go ahead and make a difference to them, to their lives. And I can put charity auctioneer down on my list of things that I've done, which is nice, I think. And if anybody wants me to come and do one at your own place, then just let me know. As long as it's not too far away and I can't afford to go there. Bit slippery underfoot. Good job they put these bits of charcoal on here. I don't know why they use that. I think it's because it's neutral, whereas a lot of the salt that gets spread around in Warsaw afterwards leaves a certain saline quality in the soil which kills the plants, takes a long time to rinse away. They put this charcoaly stuff down. It doesn't seem to do the job very well, I have to say. So once again you've got political correctness and environmentalism being put before common sense, I should say. If you actually walk on that grid, yes, sure, it'll hold you nicely, but it's not melting the snow at all in the way that salt would tend to. So it's only doing what you might say half the job. So there we are, that's a walk across Charles Bridge. Well, I don't think I've actually done in all the time I've been here, I don't think I've actually done a walk across Charles Bridge. There you have some Hebrew written, some of it seems to be upside down, around the crucifix there. So I'm not good enough to try to decode that. I will learn Hebrew one day, but at the moment it's all I can do to keep up with the liturgy if I go to synagogue. And that's written in Latin, so as well as in Hebrew, at least in the one that I go to. So there you are. That's Mlinets, the back of Mlinets, which is where Zatishi Group have a restaurant. I think that's them having a nice. That's them having a nice event down there. I think I've been in that back room at Zatishi there in Mlinets, and we heard the Prime Minister speak, Mr. Nechas. I didn't record that. I didn't think it was appropriate, but I did go to something like that down there recently. That's a bit much. Karlovy Lasny, Charles Bathhouse. Watch your step, I think, is the answer coming through here. Whew. And there's a Charles statue there. So it's all about Charlie here. And so I shall pick my way through to my flat. I think that's probably been about, well, I wouldn't like to say it's definitely halfway, but it can't be much, an awful lot less than halfway. I think it's probably about 40% of the way so far. And there's that passage which always seems to be got nothing going on at the moment. Thought I'd better take advantage of the fact that I've got the green light and people have to wait for me. I have to wait half an hour for the next one. And they're so short-lived. That's why they rattle that way, so as to wake people's ideas up that they've got their chance. Here you've got your Kepler Museum. That's got good old Kepler. Kepler, the physicist, I think, was a feature here. He used to like to come down and go to this ladies' free entrance discount discotheque. Did our Kepler.
Somebody here appears to be fanning themselves on the right hand side. Can't imagine that it's that warm. It's quite cold actually, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Souvenirs of Prague. Yeah, it's nice to have two bins blocking my path. Gold Mare jewellery. That's in honour of Golda Meir of Israel, not as Prime Minister or President. Dance table. I'm not sure what a dance table is. Something dancing table of some sort. Maybe they've got it with sort of like mobile legs or something that dance around. It probably spills people's drinks if they're on it and they don't know that it's about to start dancing. Sanu Babu, Sane Baby. Hotel Restaurant Uzlate Studny, which means the hotel and restaurant at the site of the Golden Well. Well, I never. And this is the hotel at the Black Star. There's a funny name for a hotel. Hotel at the Black Star. I'm not entirely sure that I'm coming down a good way here, but never mind. It's a bit of a thin thing. I may have done myself down a little bit here by coming along here. I should have probably gone right instead of left at that last decision. Never mind. Never mind, eh? We can see a little bit of something different. Oh, whistling, isn't that nice? We're getting an impromptu concert. Seminarska Street. Oh. I think I would call this probably halfway home from the Mandarin Oriental to my place. That was 14 minutes. That means I've probably got another 14 minutes to go. Right. This will probably not be shown to you in HD, although I'm recording in HD, because there isn't any point. There's not enough light to make it a real decent HD production, so I shall knock it down to a smaller resolution. Not smaller, lower. That's the word. Because you say high resolution, that means the opposite of high must be low. So it's lower resolution, isn't it? That's the word I'm looking for, not smaller resolution. Smaller number of bits and bobs per second. That's it. That's the correct way of saying it. And here we have got Marianske Namnesty, which is Mary Square. I'm not sure if that's Mary. It's got a man's hat on. And no, it's definitely not. Definitely not. Not with those shoes and everything. Not with somebody with their tits out for the lads on the side either. What is that all about? What's that supposed to mean? This strange figure. Quite muscly female legs and thighs and those breastises. And this underneath the guy's cloak. Not entirely sure what that's all about. I think it's deeply symbolic. I'm not sure what it's symbolic of. There's a Subaru with a thingy on the back. Looks like Back to the Future. I don't know if my face has changed at all. It's, I presume, about 0 degrees. That's the impression I get from how things are looking at the moment. These people are kind of huddled up together at the side here. They're having some kind of private conference. I don't know what it's all about, but basically those folks seem to be settling down for the night, and it's not exactly warm. If you're homeless, my advice to you is, you know, if it's winter time, don't
sit outside all night. You can get there's a policeman with his jolly old lights on. Looks like he's about to try and do something. I may be wrong. Isn't this Franz Kafka Square? I may be wrong about that as well. But if you're a homeless person watching this, my advice is to you, don't sit out on the street all night, okay? My advice to you is stop drinking alcohol, because that's probably what's the reason why you're out on the street all night. So stop drinking alcohol, stop it now, and don't ever take any more, because you probably can't be trusted with it. If it's drugs, same thing, just stop taking them. You're going to have to go through a period of withdrawal symptoms. You've just got to ask for help. You've got to go and say, look, I don't want to be a druggie or a drinker anymore. I would like to become a productive member of society, and hopefully, as a byproduct of that, not need to spend any more nights out in the cold. And see if somebody's willing to help you. And if you're willing to help yourself by not drinking anymore, or not taking drugs anymore, then probably, if you look carefully enough, you'll find somebody that will give you a helping hand out of it. But while you are insistently carrying on drinking and drugging yourself, don't be surprised if people say, you know, there's not much we can do for you. We'll give those resources to somebody that we think has a chance of stopping. Look at that. This is now the Old Town Square in all its Christmas decorations. How about that? That's a thing to see, isn't it? Oh, there's the astronomical clock. Because it's after 1 o'clock at night, nobody's kind of doing much out here. There's the odd folk walking around. There's many, they're in bloody police uniforms as well, aren't they? I think there's as many police here as normal people. So I'm not saying the police aren't normal, they're perfectly normal, but they're like on duty, and I'm not. Except for obviously I'm on duty for my viewers. I'm always on duty for my viewers. There we go. That's Parížská Street, all nicely lit up there. Go into that and out again. Yeah, Pěší zóna, the nice church behind it. Pěší zóna, dog's zone. That's for taking your dog for a walk. And this is the new thing. Not only is this immediately gone international, this snedging type of decoration, because last year I didn't see any of these snedging trees with the sliding effect, the effect of dripping, sliding snedges going down it. Did you see that? With Tin Church behind there. It's quite nice, isn't it? You can see the way the decorations move on it. It's quite nice. That's behind the Hus. There you go. There's a nice juxtaposition. There's Hus, a true Christian, standing silhouetted against some pseudo-Christian emblem. Somebody that basically got put on fire for his beliefs to another emblem which is lit up as well, but for the sake of turning a Christian festival, whatever you make of it, whether you think it's a Christian festival or just a pagan one adopted by the church, which you're very welcome to think, and I won't say that I disagree with you, but nevertheless, if people want, we are pagans in the end. I suppose we did convert from paganism. So if people want to consider that Yule is a good symbolic time to remember Christ's birth, then who am I to tell them not to? Pagan it is, and the tree is pagan, very much so. It's denounced in Jeremiah to decorate trees. So, but nevertheless, that's what pagans do, and that's what we are. So there's Hus standing there, looking at his astronomical clock. There's Tin Church over there. This is the magic and wonder of the Old Town Square. And there you are, you've got a nice advertising logo there at the bottom, just spoiling it all for everybody. So there we are, those interesting lamps. So there you go. And I may as well stop with there because everything else we've seen already. Everything seems to end at the Old Town Square in this city.